Well, Honorable Yakubu Barade joins us now. He's the Minority Whip in the House of Reps. Morning, and thank you for joining us today. Well, watching that report, there are many questions that many will be wanting to ask you. But let's start by saying, can we really say that, yes, we've paved the way, the vibrancy of the House of Reps can then be channeled through one pipe of unity and then they forge ahead? Or, with some of those objections we had, it means that, could it be that you still have a number of people who don't quite agree with what is going on?
Thank you, Chamberlain. Let me say thank you for having me on this program. The House is made up of 360 members, and you want to agree with me that when you have 360 people, normally, there must be people that will not be satisfied with what happened. So for me, by and large, I think a larger number of people wants to move ahead. So there are people that are ready to bury whatever differences or whatever grievances they have. But I think majority of us want to see that the House is fully set.
Yeah, we'll get him back. Don't worry about that. But yes, indeed, he says majority of the people want to move on. But you'd have thought that even though the Speaker did spell out the conditions of which you have to raise your motions, but we saw one honorable member just trying to get some things off his chest, but he was immediately ruled out of order by the Speaker. But 360 of them, so can they ever be on the same page? That's part of the response we'll hope to get from Honorable Bade. So let's get him to go on, Honorable Bade, and complete your thoughts on that question.
Yes, definitely there will come a time that we all have to be on the same page, because there are issues that are so sensitive that for example, in security matters, you agree, every member we want to see that the government take proactive measures in terms of curbing the insecurity we have in the country. So, but politically, you agree this is the time for politics. Politics in the sense that even within the party, the individual parties, each member will have an interest. He will have a preferred candidate of who he wants to be his leader or her leader. So in that situation, definitely we can all be on the same page, but majority can be on the same page. And where majority is on the same page, the majority will have its way.
Okay, so what can you tell us about how all of this was sorted out? Because, yeah, there are several reports that said the president did put a call through to the Speaker before they eventually arrived at that. Something that, no, he didn't do that, because if he did, he would have contradicted somewhat his earlier stance of not interfering and that he will work with anybody.
Thank you. Let me first and foremost say that I am in PDP. I'm in the opposition. And I will say, whatever I'm going to say about what happened in the APC caucus will just be what I heard from my colleagues. So for me, I think what the leadership of APC did, I think should be applauded now, because we were tired. We, the opposition, were tired because we wanted to keep the ball running. I mean, we in the minority sat down, we agreed on the leadership positions that is accruing to us. And we have candidates. There were no dissenting voices, because in as much as not everybody in PDP or in the minority parties, ABGA, Labour Party, agreed with what was done, but majority of us had to beg, and we all agreed that, look, we should come to the floor in unison. So in the APC, now, you agree with me that there are many of us that have preferences for the leadership position, even in APC, because if you are a leader, you want to work with somebody who has the same view with you, who will reason in your own way, which will be the betterment of the country at large. So if there was a call to Mr. Speaker or whoever, I would not be in position to say, but I would say that Dogara in his magnanimity tried to see that he also accommodated those people who were in the camp of Baja, and Baja eventually became the House majority leader. For me, I think it's a good thing, but again, politically, if you speak, I will tell you, we in opposition are really having a field day, because it shows their inability to be able to put leadership in position. How long will it take you? We have a lot of problems in this country, and if it would take the ruling party this long period for it to assert its leadership position, then you agree with me. I think we are envisioning that there will be more problems to come.
Well,
I just pray they
how are you having a field day? Because if the APC are not able to sort themselves out, your party were not able to go through the sitting all by yourself. So whatever happens there affects you, and APC or PDP, the House of Reps is one.
It will affect us as a parliament, but I tell you, we have something to tell Nigerians, because we all went out to campaign. And when we campaign, we promise Nigerians that first and foremost, we'll give them credible leadership in a situation where you cannot bring the leadership on board so that government policies will now start to be implemented. I mean, we have a campaign ground. We have something to tell Nigerians that, oh, is this the change we wanted? Of course, certainly, I believe this is not the change Nigerians wanted.
So what is the field day that you say you're having, and how did you, you didn't particularly have a smooth running electing your members, the leadership now, did you?
We had a smooth running in electing the members of the minority leadership. There was no dissenting voice in that. It was very smooth. But to the ruling party, who are the majority in the House, it's unfortunate that they couldn't do that.
So how this smooth...
We are politicians. And in a situation where people are eager to see the dividend of change as it is, and for how many weeks now, we are not able to sit down and bring forth the leadership of the entire House. Definitely, it affected PDP, but politically, PDP has a basis to tell Nigerians that, look, this is not the party you should have voted for.
Okay, there are those who wonder if you and your colleagues deserve the 2 months of salaries and allowances you've collected so far.
Sorry, 2 months of salaries?
And allowances, or you've not collected any salaries or allowances?
Oh, definitely. We have if you listen to Mr. Speaker, the House was not on recess per se. It wasn't on recess. It wasn't on recess. What we did was we suspended plenary. So, of course, Speaker and members were still meeting in their different caucuses, and even with the Speaker. And the Speaker was inviting members to perform some functions, which I think many Nigerians are aware of.